Good morning, everyone. Myself Anil Popat Darade. I am from Mechanical Engineering Department. Today we have learned about the product, some concepts, terms, and topics about product design and development. Uh, Firstly, we introduce about the our product design and development. Unit number 3 is concept inception, verification, and selection. The we shortly introduce about the our unit title, concept inception, verification, and selection. This unit focuses on how we new product concepts are generated, evaluated, and selected for development. In product design, early decisions play a major roles in product success and competitiveness. Concept inception involves identifying customer needs, generating ideas, and forming initial product concepts. Verification ensures that the concepts meets functional, business, and users requirements. Finally, concept selection involves choosing the best ideas using structured tools and methods. By mastering these processes, companies reduces development risk and increasing innovation success rate. This is the short introduction about your uh, unit title and unit introduction. Let us move our second term concept is idea generation. The this idea generation is the concept of the product design and development. The idea generation is the creative process of producing the new possibilities, solutions, and product concepts. It involves exploring many ideas without judgment to simulate innovations. The goals is not simply to collect ideas but to unlock creative thinking, identify the opportunities, and develop the successful solutions to the customers problems. Effective ideas generation combination creatively with systematic thinking, enabling design terms to go beyond traditional solutions and discover unique approaches that add the value to users and the organization. The idea creation tools are defined as tools that encourage thinking organization of new idea around issues or opportunities, either individually or with other peoples. Idea generation is a creative process of generating new methods to solve the problems and improve the product's conditions or the company itself. It is the undoubtedly undoubtedly based on the factors like development groups discussed, choosing the best alternative, and the finally implementing the idea in the real world scenario. This is the concept or diagram about the idea generation approaches. Idea generation can be come from the multiple structured methods, including brainstorming, TRIZ methods, benchmarking, reverse engineering, alternative thinking, customer feedback, market research, and technology exploration. Each approaches bring a different perspectives. Some rely on free thinking, while others are highly systematic by using multiple methods designers ensures diversity of through the reduce reliance in the institution alone, strengthening the innovation processes. This is the this diagram is show the idea generation approaches. Think, analysis, strategy, creative ideas. Think just the think make the best things. Just make the best things. Problem solutions, demand supply, problem solutions. Do the best. Do the process time. Do the focus on the quality. Next, today we move the next concept, the TRIZ method. TRIZ method. TRIZ is the theory of inventive problem solving. It is a structured method developing by Grinch at Schuler after analyzing the millions of patents. TRIZ teach that innovative solutions follow the patterns and contradictions in the systems instead of random. Creative TRIZ offers systematic principles to eliminate contradictions without compromise. It helps engineers to solve the technical problems by providing inventive strategies, making innovative more scientific and real. TRIZ method for idea generation. TRIZ pronounced the TRI stands for theory of inventive problem solving, developed by Grinch Altschuler, a Soviet engineer and researcher in 1946, based on the analysis of over 2 million patents and identify the patterns of innovations. TRIZ provides a systematic approach for understanding and solving the problem creatively. Why TRIZ? TRIZ is a traditional brainstorming is intuitive and unstructured. TRIZ offers structured, repeatable, and analytical approach to innovation, helps eliminate the contradictions in the engineering design. The TRIZ process being by identifying the technical contradictions, what we want to improve the versus and what get worse as a result. Engineers then locate the contradictions in the TRIZ matrix and refers to recommended inventive principles. These principles inspire creative solutions to remove the contradictions. Finally, suitable ideas are selected and refined. TRIZ transforms problem solving and trial and error into the structured, reliable methods. This is the TRIZ process. The TRIZ process is simplified. They define the problem, they identify the technical contradictions. Example, we want to a light yet strong component. Find the contradiction pair. Use the 39 parameters to identify what improves and what degrades. Use the contradiction matrix. Locate the cells in the matrix. Read the recommended inventive principles. Apply the principles. Think how each principle would solve the problem. Select the best ideas for further development. The example of TRIZ applying TRIZ. The problem need to increase the engine cooling efficiency without increasing fan size. The contradiction, improve the temperature control, do not increase the volume. The matrix suggests the three principles about the 39 principles. The first principle is segmentations, and the second principle is dynamics, and the third principle is parameter changes. The idea is use variable speed fans or multiple smaller fans or phase change material for heat absorption. This is the example of tree. For example, the next example is we want to system be stronger but not heavier. Trees may suggest segmentation, material change, or dynamic structure. A cooling system may be variable speed fans instead of the single large fan, combining the flexibility with efficiency. This demonstrates how trees generates innovative concepts that solve the technical conflicts and conflicts efficiency effectively. Let us move our next point. Trees case study about the trees case study. Redesign a car jack system. The problem statement is the mechanical jack are used to lift the vehicle to tire changes. Traditional jack is bulky and heavy, required the more manual efforts. Sometimes unstable and uneven surfaces are there. The objectives is design a lightweight and user friendly and safe jack that requires minimal manual efforts without increasing production cost. The trees case study is typically trees case study involves redesigning a car jack to make it stable, easy to use, lightweight, and affordable. Trees tools suggest collapsible bases and for stability, adjustable legs without material and automatic lifting mechanism. These changes transform a simple mechanical tool into a modern users friendly system. How the trees support practical engineering innovations. Let us uh, identify the technical contradictions. We want to improve the easy for of use, stability, and lightweight. Avoid the worsening cost, size, and complexity. Example contradictions: improving the stability during operation warrants worsens portability, heavier base required. Second step is to use the trees contradiction matrix, improving the parameter stability. Parameter number 13, worsening parameter weight of stationary object. Parameter number 2, for the trees matrix suggested inventive principles. Principle number 1, segmentation. Principle 15 is dynamics. Principle 35 is the parameter changes. Principle 10 is preliminary action. About the 30 in this principle about the 39 principles of the TRIZ matrix. Step 3 is apply inventive principles. First is segmentation. First principle is segmentation. The idea, instead of single bulky base, use a foldable segmented base that opens for stability and folds for storage. Principle number 15 is dynamics. Idea is create a adjustable base and adapt its shape based on the surface angle using self-adjusting legs. Principle number 13, parameter changes. Idea, use lightweight composite materials like carbide fiber, reinforced plastic for strength with reduced weight. Principle number 10, preliminary action. idea is incorporate a battery powered screw drive to begin lifting action, automatically reduce the manual efforts. And step number 4 is proposed trees based solution. Final concept features collapsible base, segmentation, dynamics leg adjustment to suit uneven terrain, dynamics, composite materials to reduce the weight parameter changes, preloaded motorized drive to auto for auto lifting preliminary action. uh, Step number 5 benefits achieved. The features is portability and improvement is foldable design, lightweight, stability to adjusting leg on uneven ground, easy of use, battery powered lifting mechanism. Next feature is safety. The improvement is lower feature due to improved base. And next feature is a cost, and improvement is maintain the small material uses. The problem statement is bulky and heavy. The Marley layer effort required, unstable or uneven surfaces. Objectives: design a lightweight and safe jack that required manual effort without converging production. Step 1: def- identify the mechanical contradictions, improve ease of the use, stability, lightweight, uh, avoid the working kills, use complexity. Step Z: use the TRIZ contradiction matrix, improving the parameter stability suggested by the principle on segmentation. Principle 16 is a dynamics. Principle 59 is parametric changes. Principle 10 is a preliminary design, and varying parameters, weight of minority object, parameter 7. This is the prospered trees based solutions. This is the car car lifting jack. This is the diagram of car lifting jack. About the trees solution: foldable, lightweight, uh, easy to handle, less manual efforts. Are This is the based on the it is the TRIZ solutions of the this jack. Let us move our next concept is benchmarking. The benchmarking is a systematic process of comparing one's product, process, or practices with those the competitors, industry leaders, or best in the class companies to identify the improvement opportunities. The process of learning, adapting, and measuring, understanding practices and processes from any organization to improve the performance. Benchmarking is a structured approach to compare a product or process with competitors or industry leaders. The purpose of is to identify the strength, weaknesses, and improvement opportunities. Benchmarking is not a copying; it is a learning from the best and adapting their practices to achieve the improvements. Organizations benchmarks performance, features, cost, quality, and technology to remain competitive and relevant. The purpose of benchmarking. Purposes of benchmarking. The main goal of the benchmarking are to set the performance standard, identify competitive gaps, learn the best practices, and drive the continuously improvement. Drive continuous improvement. It enables companies to understand where they stand, what others are doing better, and how to enhance product performance and customer satisfaction. The this is the purpose of benchmarking. Identify opportunities to improve the performance, learn from others' experience, set the realistic but ambitious target, uncover strength and in one's own organization, better priorities, and allocate resources. The types of benchmarking. The benchmarking can be internal, comparing departments within the same organization; competitive, comparing direct competitors; functional, comparing similar processes across industries; or generic, learning the best practices from any world class organization. Each type helps designers gain valuable insights for innovation and improvement. The types of benchmarking is internal benchmarking, comparing between the departments oblique unit of the same organization; competitive benchmarking, the comparing with direct competitors; functional benchmarking, comparing similar functions across the industries; generic benchmarking, comparing the best practices uh, irrespective of the industry. Next, move to our next slide. Benchmarking process. Benchmarking is this is the block diagram of the benchmarking process. Firstly, the planning. The second step is collecting the data. The third step is analysis, and the fourth step is improving the practices. This is the block diagram of benchmarking process. Firstly, the planning it is the first step of the planning, and the second step is data collection. uh, after the data collection, we move to the next analysis. After the analysis, improving we move to the improving practices, and the process is continuous. It is the continuous process of the it is a benchmarking. It is a continuous process. The benchmarking process includes the planning, identify the key process, selecting the benchmarking partners, collecting the data, analyzing performance gaps, implementing the improvement, and monitoring the results. This systematic process ensures that the benchmarking ideas to real performance gain and competitive advantages. The, the first step is planning. The planning is determine the purpose and scope of the project. Select the process to be benchmarked. Choose the team. Define the scope. Develop a flow chart for the process. Establish the process measures. Identify the benchmarking partners. uh, Let us move. The second step is collecting the data. Conduct the background research to gain through the understanding on the process, and partnering organizations use questionnaires to gather information necessary for benchmarking. Conduct the site visit if additional information is needed. Conduct interviews if more details information is needed. Our next step is analysis quantitative data of partnering organization and your organization. Analyze qualitative data for partnering organization and our organization. Determine the performance gap. The next step is improving the practices. Report finding and brief management and improvement implementation plans. Implement process improvements, monitor performance measurements and track progress. Re- Recalibrate the process is needed. Let us move the your our next topic is brainstorming. Brainstorming is a collaborative group technique used to generate a large number of creative ideas rapidly. It encourages open thinking without criticism and value quantity over quality in the early stage. Members build on each other's ideas, unlocking new possibilities. Brainstorming supports creative cultures and is widely used in design thinking and innovation workshops. Brainstorming is a creative group of problem solving technique used to generate a large number of ideas in a short period of time. Introduced by Alex Osborne in 1942, based on the principle that quality leads to quantity. Quantity leads to the based on the principle that quantity leads to quality. The more idea generated, the higher the chance of finding the innovative solutions. Brainstorming is the part of design thinking. Use you use it in the ideation phase. It's extremely popular for design teams because they can expand in all directions. All through teams have rules and a facilitator to keep them on track. They are free to use out of the box and lateral thinking of to seek the most effective solutions to any design problems. Brainstorming By brainstorming, they can take a vast number of approaches. More the better. Instead of just exploring conventional means, the running into the associated obstacles with when the teams work in a judgment free atmosphere to find the real dimension of the problem, they are more likely to produce the rough answers which they will refine into possible solutions later. Brainstorming may seem to lack constraints, but everyone must observe 8 house rules and have someone acting as a facilitator. The rules. This is the rules of brainstorming. Set a time limit depending on the problem's complexity. 15 to 16 minutes is a normal time. Begin with a target problem briefly. Members should approach this sharply defined questions, plans, or goal and stay on topic. The next rule is ref, refrain for judgment and criticism. No one should be negative, including way body language about any idea. The fourth rule is encourage wired any wired any wacky ideas. Further to the ban on killer phrases like too expensive, keep the floodgates floodgates open so everyone feels free to blurt out ideas provided they are on topic. The next rule is aim for quality. Remember the quantity breeds quality. The shifting and sorting process comes later. The next rule is built on others' ideas. It's a process of association where members expand on others' nations and each reach new insights, allowing these ideas to trigger their own sage and rather than discourage but to get ideas closer the problem. Next rule is a stay visual. The diagram and post helps during ideas to life and help others see things in different ways. The next rule is allow one conser- conservation conversation at a time to arrive at a concrete results. It is essential to keep on track this way and show respect for everyone's ideas. The problem statement is design a next generation water bottle for college students. The step one is preparation. The team of the any 8 students to mix background design, mechanical, marketing, rules to explain, no criticism, quantity over quality, build on each other's ideas. Then step 2 is idea generation, raw ideas. The bottle with temperature display, collapsible, foldable bottle for easy storage, self cleaning bottles using UV lights, leak proof magnetic gap, bottle that tracks water intake, smart sensor plus app, ergonomic grip with anti-slip rubber, multiple compartments, bottle juice plus water, bottle with built-in filter for safe safe drinking, glow in the dark bottle for night use, eco-friendly material, biodegradable plastic oblique metal. uh, the brainstorming rules for brainstorming to be effective rules must be followed. Avoid the criticism, encourages unique ideas, build on others suggestions, stay focused, allow only one conversation at a time, and aim for volume and a facilitator guide the session in maintain flow and encourage participation. These guidelines ensure positive productive ideas. The brainstorming example of the brainstorming is The examples of the brainstorming is an example may involve designing a smart water bottle. Idea built include the temperature display foldable self cleaning built-in filter, ergonomic design, and eco-friendly materials. This demonstrates how brainstorming quickly generates uh, diverse ideas later filtered for feasibility. Let us move. Our next point is alternative thinking. Alternative thinking challenges conventional approaches by asking what if and looking at problem from different perspectives. It encourages breaking assumptions and exploring solutions that normally would not be considered. Techniques like scamper helps restructured ideas by substituting, combining, adapting, modifying, and repurposing, eliminating or rearranging elements. This unlocks the unconventional innovation paths. Alternative thinking is a creative problem solving approach where the designers deliberately look for different ways of approaching a problem instead of following conventional or routine methods. It challenges assumptions and encourages exploring non-traditional perspectives. The purposes of the alternative thinking to break away from mixed mindsets, to stimulate innovation and originality, to consider multiple viewpoint before concept selection, to uncover hidden opportunities for improvement. uh, Principle of alternative thinking challenges assumptions, question why and why not, think in opposites, consider the reverse of an usual approach, chance perspective, look at the problem from customer, competitor, and or manufacturer view. Scamper technique, a popular tool. Scamper scamper example, using a scamper for redesigning a classroom bench. Designers may use competitive composite materials for durability and add charging port, introduce foldable writing pads, ergonomics, back, backrests, and storage integration. By systematically applying scamper, a regular bench transforms into a modern multifunctional learning stations. The substitute replace the part of product, combine, merge two ideas, adapt, use the idea from others product, modify, changes the shapes, colors, and features, put to others use, repurpose the product, eliminate, remove the unnecessary parts, rearrange all, or reverse, changes the sequence and orientation. This is the scamper technique. The practical example is design the classroom. The statement is redesign classroom bench for a student to improve the comfort, usability, and escape utilization. The Alternative thinking using a scamper. Substitute. Replace wood with lightweight composite oblique recycled plastic for durability and eco-friendliness. Use cushioned seats instead of plain wood. Combine merge charging ports, USB electric with bench for laptops, mobiles. Integrate LED lights strip for self-study during power cuts. Adapt. Take the inspiration from airplanes, tables, foldable writing surface. Adapt office ergonomics, adjustable height, tilt tilt of desk. Modify, magnify and minify. Curved brackets for spline supports. Bench size adjustable for 1 to 3 students. Improve the movable partitions for exam. This is the scamper example. Using scamper, redesigning classroom benches. The put the others use. Bench base doubled as storage box, locker for books. Writing surface converts into whiteboard boards for quick group discussions. Eliminate, remove the unnecessary heavy cross supports using lightweight modular frames. Eliminate fixed sitting. Allow the movable stools. Arrange on reverse. Seats can slide in oblique out for space saving. Reversible writing pad, left or right handed students. Arrange benches in a U shape or circular format for group discussion instead of straight rows. Redesign classroom benches. Uh, this is the by using alternative thinking. This is a scamper example. By using alternative thinking, redesign classroom benches. All the sitting all in sitting, foldable writing pads, inbuilt the charging ports, the storage lockers to take the books or notebooks. Let us move. Our next point is reverse engineering. Reverse engineering is analyze an existing product to understand its structured function, materials and manufacturing techniques. By dismantling the product and study its detailed, designers gather technical insights of improvement or redesign. Reverse engineering is essential in competitive industries to learn from market leaders and build superior or cost efficient products. Reverse engineering reverse engineering is the reverse engineering process. The reverse engineering process involves the this disassembling the product, measuring and modeling component, analyzing material and manufacturing processes, recreating the CAD model, and redesigning the improvements. Finally, the redesign the product is validated through the testing. This systematic approach ensures both the learning and enhancement. The reverse engineering is the process of analyzing an existing product to understand its design, function, material, and manufacturing methods, and then using this knowledge from improvement, redesign, or creating a new products. It is essentially working backwards from the final product to its design data. Reverse engineering process. The reverse engineering process involves the disassembling a product, measuring and modeling components, analyzing materials and manufacturing process, recreating the CAD model, and redesigning improvements. Finally, the redesigning products is validated through the testing. This systematic approach ensures both learning and enhancement. The reverse engineering, the first is data collection, the product disassembly, measurements and material testing, 3D scanning. The next is analysis, the study product geometry, materials tolerance, and the manufacturing processes. The modeling, the create the CAD model or 3D prototype of the product. Redesign or oblique modification, improve upon the existing design, performance, cost, uh, ergonomics. Validation, test redesigns product for functionality, durability, and customer needs. This is the process for reverse engineering. The let us move our next point is the product policy. uh, of product policy of an organization. Product policy defines how an organization concepts product policy of an organization. Product policy defines how an organization plans, develops, markets, and uh, uh, product policy of an organization. Product policy defines how an organization plans, develops, markets, and manages its product throughout their life cycle. It guides decisions regarding product mix, quality levels, innovations, branding, pricing, and market segments. Clear product policy ensures strategic directions, consistency, and competitive advantages of the company's product portfolio. The product policy of an organization. Product policy is the top management decision. Every organization has its own product strategy or policies. These policies becomes the unique selling proposition, USP, of the company. The same company can be OPT for different policies for the different products. Various product policies: lowest price, highest quality, compromise between cost and quality, and safety. The first product policy is lowest price. Lowest price is the main criteria used to complete complete in compete in the market. Company offers the product at cheaper price than its competitor. Profit is less, but the company makes the sustainable profit by the large volume. The lowest price is uh, the example of lowest price is the sanitary paper and carry bags. The second product policy is highest quality. Some organizations offers highest quality products irrespective of the cost. It is to fulfill the need of the special class of customers who value the quality as the only criteria to purchase the product. The highest policy the product policy of higher quality, the example is medical equipments. The third product policy is the compromise between the cost and quality. some some organizations offers the product with the optimum blends of quality and cost to capture the larger section of the customers. The products are reasonably for good quality in proportion it to its price. The organizations try to give the good value to the customer for the his customer for his money. The example is more compare between cost and quality. The example is mobile and television. Let us move our second last product policy is safety. The safety is the main criteria on which they compete the market. Safety is a very important part of the product design. The product policy, the safety is a product policy, and their example is electrical gadgets, medical instruments, and home appliances. The product policy is not only concurrent with the product but also with the function and product fulfills. Products can be classified according to various features, some of the which are important in preparing the product policies. The firstly, feature explanation and example. Durability, the explanation no durability, no durable versus durable. The example is hairspray versus hairspray is not non-durable, and automobile is a durable. The reusability, the second feature is reusability. The explanation non-reusable versus reusable. The example is detergent is non-reusable versus glass bottle is reusable. The third feature is recyclability. The explanation, the non-recyclable versus recyclable. The example is pesticides is not recyclable, and the paper is recyclable. The fourth feature is a way of production. The explanation is mass production, standardized versus craft made goods is a non-standardized. The light bulb is a mass production versus craft made furniture is a non-standardized. Selection of a profitable product. Selection of a profitable product. Before before selecting a product, organization have to carry out SWOT analysis in order to know their strength areas, weaknesses, or eliminations opportunities, and the perceived threat. Product selection is a team effort. The concept SWOT analysis. There are the four steps in SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, there is a 4 step: strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat. The strength, the first step is the strength. Strength, abundant financial resources, well-known brand name, superior management talent, better marketing skill, committed employees. The second is weakness. Weakness is the second part of the SWOT. Limited financial resources, weak spending or on research and development, limited distribution, higher cost, poor marketing skill, limited management skill, under trained employees. The third part of the SWOT is opportunities, rapid market growth, changing the customer needs and taste, new uses for product discovered, sales decline for a substitute products, and last part of the SWOT is threats. Threats is the entry of the foreign competitors, introduction of a new substitute products, uh, product life cycle in decline, आणि economic downturn. The challenges in the selection and ever increasing variety of the product we are now able to each available, each having its own characteristics, applications, advantages and limitations. Select the optimal product according to the requirement of customers, cost, design, in service requirements, etc. The our next concept is concept selection process. Concept selection process: after the idea generated, the next step is selected on the most feasible and profitable concept. Concept selection is a systematic decision making process comparing alternative against predefined criteria such as the cost, performance, uh, customer acceptance, manufacturability, and technology availability. This ensures that only the best concept advises to develop, reducing risk and cost. The concept selection: after going through the concept generating process, you know how a long list of creative ideas. The question now is how to how do you decide which ideas to pursue? This can be decided through external decision making, for example, by a manager or customer, all through the team or through the team decision making. Diverge: this is the concept selection process. The diverge and converge. Diverge means the to create the choice, and converge means the to make the choice. Diverge means the create the choices, and converge means the to make the choices. The product concept selection uh, is a decision process in which the design team selects one or a few concepts for further development. Initial concepts from first run, concept selections, concept generation, reduce the number, new concepts, more reduction, selection generation, selection, more new, one or two derived concepts. Concept selection approach. Concept may be selected through external decision marks like customers, through product champions, using a institu- insti- institution 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 voting methods like multi voting, listing pros and cons, prototype testing, or decision matrices. Each method suits different situations, but the structured evalu- evaluation ensures objective decision making and avoid the personal bias. The external decision is the approach of the concept selection. External decision by a use of the external group of the customers, client, etc. The second approach is a product champion and institution by an influential member of the development team, multi voting, asking each customer to pick a number of concepts and pick the one of the most votes. The third approach is a multi voting, asking each member to pick the number of the concepts and pick the one with the most votes. The next approach is pros and cons. The team list the strength and weaknesses of the each concept. Prototype test, it is a next approach. Prototype and test, build and the test prototype for each concept and select the best on the uh, test data. The next approach is decision matrices. The team rates each concept against the selection criteria with varying importance oblique weights. The concept development funnel. This is the concept development funnel. The concept development funnel shows the how many ideas enter in innovation stages and gradually narrow down through the evaluation stages. The until only the strongest concepts remains. This funnel ensures that the creatively is bored is initially and becomes focused and realistic as decisions and progress. This is the diagram for concept development funnel. The first red dot shows the concept generations, and the next pink dot shows the concept screening, and the blue dot shows the concept scoring, and the green dot shows the concept testing. These are the four concept of the uh, concept development funnel. Let's move to our next topic is Pug's concept selection process. The Pug's The Pug's analysis matrix is an analysis tool that uh, results is in an optimal concept. You refine a list of the ideas by using a matrix based process to weight and compare the conceptual designs. Similar to pro versus coins, we will evaluate multiple options versus a baseline. Use a matrix to address multiple factors. The Pugs matrix is the Pugs matrix is the comparison tool used to evaluate design concepts against a baseline across multiple criteria. Each concept is rated as better, worst, and or equal to reference. Scores are tailed and the concepts with the best overall balance is selected. This structured evaluation reduces subjective decision making and promotes the optimal choices. The Pulse matrix was developed by Stuart Pugh, who was the head of the design division and a professor at a University of Strath Strathclyde in Glasgow. This matrix, when used for decision making, help us select the best viable and the most feasible option from a list of the given alternative. But to do this, we need to first determine the most important criteria that we need in order to finalize the decision about the alternative, and then we select the best select best one based on this criterion. This method is mainly used by team as well as individual, but it is better used by the teams. In interesting variations in the team decision making is for each individual to create his own Pugh matrix, and then as a team the Pugh's matrices are compared. Mostly a Pugh's matrix may be used to help evaluate a series of alternative to make the best decision. It may also be used when one solution of is possible and you need to decide how the optimum it to make the best results, or where the multiple alternative are available but none of the are good enough. The Pugh's matrix can then be used to choose specific aspects of the all alternative and then combine them to make the most feasible product. The end product will be better than the product made initially. How to create a Pugh's analysis matrix? The step 1 is create a chart versus chart of criteria, x-axis versus concept in y-axis. Pick one concept and rate it across all criteria. Step 3 is fill out the rest of the chart with same plus or minus. This is done relative to the one we entered data for Step 4 is the sum of the plus and minus. Come up with the net score, for example plus 4 or minus 1 or 0. Step 5 is iterate across all the concepts. Step 6 is merge the results to find the winners. The example of pulse matrix is pulse matrix example. A pulse matrix example compares four products alternative against criteria like cost, performance, durability, and easy of use. After scoring all options relative to the baseline